Good? Okay. So this week's homework is based on the health that we've been talking about in class. So we're taking a look at the Home Alone safety tips that we've talked about. And your job for this week is to review those safety tips with your adults at home. And then talk about being at home alone. And discuss what are some of the rules that mom and dad have, or that your guardian has, around you being home alone. So something that's not on this list, or maybe it's a modification to one of the rules that are kind of on our list, so that you know very clearly how to handle when somebody comes to the door, or what they want you doing when the phone rings. Those types of things to be discussed. So you're going to put on this piece of paper our family rule. That's part one. And then part two is that you need to create your emergency phone list. So on that phone list you should have contact information for parents, but also a safe adult that is close by that would be able to help you if you were home by yourself. Okay? Mom and dad just need to initial the box to say that yes, you've created the emergency list. I don't need to see it, but you need to be the one to write and tell me what the family rule is. Okay? This is going to get glued into your homework book. And then you're going to bring your homework book back with this in it. Still expecting you to do 5 nights of home reading. All right, let's start with questions. Brett.
Do we just write it like on that piece of paper, but glue it into your homework book?
Yeah, so you'll fold it in half, glue it into your homework book, and then when you're ready to answer it after you've talked with mom and dad about it, you just write it on the bottom. And then mom and dad will initial here to say that yes, you've made that list of phone numbers.
Do you have to write a paragraph this time about it?
You need to give me the family rules. So what did you talk about?
Oh, so that's
Okay.
it.
So if your family rules are, when the phone rings, I need to be able to understand it though. So it can't be such shorthand that it doesn't make sense. We are writing incomplete sentences. We're grade 5 now. Okay? Porter.
Do you have to write, like, if you write your emergency phone list, do you write it on that?
No, that's why there's just this tick box. So you create the list to be sitting by the phone, and then mom and dad sign off in here and say, yes, we've actually made it and it's by the phone.
Oh.
Okay,
What
start.
if you don't have a phone, so you can't make a list?
You should still have a list in the house, right? Ways in which you're going to get in touch with somebody. So what is your plan if there's an emergency? So if you're home with your brother and something happens, what does dad want you to do? Okay, how is that going to happen? Who are you to contact? How are you going to contact them? Okay, that's the idea behind the list. Erin?
If, like, when you write the emergency phone number list,
Yeah.
you don't have to bring it back to school in this?
Nope.
Okay.
That's why we have the little tick box right here for mom and dad to sign off and say, just initial and say, yes, it's done.
And do we need this?
You don't need to keep your sheets from, I would suggest taking them home. I think they're good things to have around to practice and gives you some ideas of activities you can do with your family, but you don't need to keep the back activities list in your homework book. Yep.
For the emergency phone numbers or whatever,
Yeah.
can you put your address?
You should have your address on that list, yes, absolutely. You need to know where you are so 911 can send somebody.
So the sign is like when they sign it, so that's telling them that we have like a list beside our phone now, so we're just making a list beside our phone and
Yeah.
putting the rules down on that paper.
That's perfect.
So it's pretty simple.
Pretty simple.
I'm going to do it today.
Are we still doing this
Reading.
What is it?
the
What's-
paragraphs?
No, you're just doing this week, okay?
And
What if we already have it and it's all in a book?
Perfect.
And
Then mom signs off. Yes. Right?
what if you have multiple phone docs?
And you might. We have a portable phone and it's never in the dock. So think about your most central location. If there was an emergency in the house, where are you most likely to go to? Which phone are you most likely to use? Okay? So you need to decide where's that place that you're going to keep it. Maybe it's not by the phone. Maybe you've got a cork board in the kitchen that you use and that's where you keep all your important information. But someplace where you know you can go quickly to and grab it and keep going. Yep.
we have a phone at every floor of the house.
Yep.
We have to make multiple lists.
I'm not asking you to make multiple lists, but if you had an emergency and you were upstairs or you were downstairs or you want, it would be helpful to have. It's totally up to you. I just were asking for one and then have mom or dad sign off, but you did it. Any other questions about homework for this week? Okay, thanks Brady.